Staying in the lightweight division now, we got Grant Dawson coming in at -160 as he goes up against former teammate Mateusz Rebecki, who comes in at +140. Now, Grant Dawson is looking to bounce back from his knockout loss at the hands of Manuel Torres that snapped his 3-fight losing streak, something that he had mustered up before or after getting knocked out by Bobby King Green in a main event slot. Dawson is a grappler at heart, right? This is a guy that just really puts his opponents to the ringer with his chain wrestling, his scrambling, his top control, threatening with submissions, threatening with TKOs as well, more often not going to the scorecards more than anything. I thought the best version of Dawson we saw was when he went up against Rafa Garcia, where he seemed very aggressive. He seemed very motivated to go out there and try to get a finish, and he was able to eventually get Garcia out of there in the second round by ground and pound. He's another guy similar to Grant Dawson similar to Jared Gordon, who I thought has largely underdelivered in the UFC and underachieved, right? There's been so many fights where he's been a chalky favorite and come through, and a lot of people really expected him to be the toughest test for Islam Makhachev. The issue is his striking defense, his chin is just not good. And we saw Manuel Torres take full advantage of that, right? That if he can't get to the grappling sooner than later, he's very susceptible to getting hit and put away. Bobby King Green, I know he just knocked out Daniel Zellhuber last time around, but he's not known to be a power puncher. So to see Green get Dawson out of there as quickly and easily as he did is kind of a red flag. But then we go out there, see him take big shots against Garcia, take shots against Diego Ferreira, and still come out on top. So it really just comes down to, can his chin hold up, or will it show up on fight night, and can he eat a few of those shots to eventually get to his grappling, where he is probably one of the best top 3, top 5 in the division once he actually gets to his grappling game. Now, he's going up against Mateusz Rebecki, who's looking to buck a 2-fight losing streak now. And this is going to be the second time in 3 fights where Rebecki is fighting a former teammate. Rebecki entrenched himself at American Top Team, I believe, once he made it to the UFC. First coming up short against Chris Duncan, where Duncan did a great job in terms of utilizing Rebecki's aggressiveness against him, countering him, using the jab straight down the pipe, looking for those openings to start throwing his power punches. His defensive grappling looked great as well, and that really caused Rebecki a ton of problems. Ludovic Klein successfully did the same thing as well for the first 2 rounds before Klein seemingly injured his knee in the 3rd round of that fight, and Rebecki did a great job in terms of trying to win that fight back. There was one scorecard that was a 28-28 because Klein won the first 2 rounds, and Rebecki did enough for one judge to actually give Rebecki a 10-8 in the 3rd round. But the other scorecards were in Klein's favor, and we saw Klein get the win. So I'm very surprised that we're seeing Rebecki, not as successful in the UFC as I thought he would be. He's 2-3 now over his last 5 fights. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. Even the fight against Miktaibek Orolbai was a split decision win for him. Very close fight that probably could have gone either way. But he's 33 years old now. He's gone back to Poland for his training camps. He's kind of just entrenched himself back over there in terms of, going with the camp that's brought him pretty much to the dance. And it may have also have something to do with the fact that, he's fighting an American Top Team guy here this weekend. But at his best, throws big power, constantly stays on the gas, gets to his grappling. He is not a lane prayer whatsoever. He often goes out there, looks for the finish. 16 of his 20 pro wins have come by finish, with 2 of his 4 UFC wins coming inside the distance as well. Now he's going up against Grant Dawson. Now, very intriguing fight, right? You got both guys that are primarily grapplers, but you got Rebecki, who likes to go out there and throw big power shots, wide loop-in hooks, looking to just march forward and land that big bomb. And it's possible that could land here and put Dawson away, but I feel like the difference between Rebecki and, guys like Bobby Green or even Manuel Torres is the fact that those guys throw straight shots down the pipe and they're a little bit more technical, whereas Rebecki is more of a bulldozer looking to land his power. I think those big power shots leave openings for Dawson to actually get this fight to the ground and try to get Rebecki to the ground from there, right? Good level changes under those big hooks. I'm sure Rebecki is going to be looking to maybe mix in some uppercuts, maybe throw the hooks a little bit tighter, a little bit cleaner, and maybe that catches Dawson on the entry. But I believe Dawson should be able to get to his grappling, should be able to get to his wrestling, showcase a better gas tank, get to the dominant positions a little bit easier, and really grind this fight out. I believe it is going to play out a little bit closer than the odds indicate because of Rebecki's grappling background as well, but also because of the power that Rebecki throws with. So I don't hate anybody taking a shot on Rebecki here, but if Dawson can fight a clean fight, if he can fight his type of fight, avoid the power of Rebecki, I expect him to put Rebecki through the ringer here. It's possible he can muster up a late finish, but I'm going to go Dawson by decision, and I'll keep my eye on the line. If Dawson hits a pick'em price, which I highly doubt it will. I'm pretty sure when I studied this fight, he was roughly around -140. So at -160, I don't really want anything to do with this fight, but I still think Dawson wins. I think he grinds it out, and I think he wins by decision.